Hello everyone and welcome back. As you remember, a few years ago I've customized this car and turned it into this nice racing car, but without the roof. I'm a big fan of classic race cars. This one turned out to be very nice. You can see that in this project I didn't spare on any of the details that I wanted to highlight. I've removed the roof and also chopped the windscreen, as well as detailed the seat belts and the safety equipment with this car. I've also added these bars at the back. Few years later down the road, I've decided it is time to customize another classic car, but this time it is of Matchbox, and yes, it is an Aston-Martin. It is the DBR-1, which is a very rare car in real life. It is going to be very difficult for me to customize this car, and that is because Matchbox had done a very nice work with this casting. Let me now just show you the car outside its box. Out of its box, you can see that this car was painted with metallic British racing green, and it is of course the right color for this car. The headlights and taillights were also detailed, as well as the license plates and the air scoops on each side. One thing that I really don't like with this car is the wheels. I think that they belong to a different era, and I suppose I will switch them to something else. However, this model is near perfect, and I'm going to try and improve it a little bit. So let me just start by taking off the base and the body, and I will try to see and figure out what can I do with it. So now I'm going to remove the base from this car, but first I'm putting my car on this piece of foam because I don't want to accidentally damage the plastic windscreen, and I hope that nothing will happen to it while I'm pressing my drill bit against this post. I'm always starting with a 1.7mm drill bit, and then I'm tapping the threads on each one of the posts. And then I'm using a 4mm drill bit in order to remove the base entirely. Okay, so having this base removed, it is time to pop out the wheels from their place. I'm going to save these wheels for some other project because I think they are nice, but they are not too good for this car. I couldn't find a better time to show you these nice little details that Matchbox added for this base, but here you can see you have 3 pedals, and here at the front you have this very tiny license plate. Okay, so now I will start to use my Dremel in order to shave some of the inner side of each one of the fenders. I want to put different wheels, and I want this car to have lower stands. Okay, so now you can see that I have removed quite a bit material from this body, and now I will try to show you what kind of wheels I'm going to use, and they're going to be NASCAR type rubber wheels. You can see here I want them to be positioned in this way, so I'm going to mess up with the base a little bit. Now, since this car is going to be lowered, I need to remove some parts of this base because I think that they will interfere with the rolling ability of this car. Right now I'm not too aware about the position of my camera, but you can learn that I'm removing some parts from this base that are sticking and preventing the wheels from spinning, and here you can see that it is quite flat right now. Now let me show you this side of my car. The wheels are not permanently positioned, but it is just testing to see if everything is correct. And now I have to tweak the axles a little bit. I need to shorten them, and that is by bending them at the middle. Now for the final installation of my new wheels, I'm using epoxy, and I will position my wheels while the epoxy is still soft. Now let me show you a nice trick how you can be sure that your new car will not drag against the surface, and that is by placing two pieces of cards here. I'm just putting my car while the epoxy is still soft, and then by removing the cards, of course, the car will have this minimum distance underneath, and in this way I will be sure that the car will still be able to roll with the new wheels. And now for the painting procedure, I've decided to go with my hand painting skills. I've sprayed the car with yellow first, it is Rust-Oleum yellow, and now I'm using my acrylic paints. This time it is a British Racing Green, and I'm just painting my racing graphics with my freehand. And now I'm going to repaint the headlights as well as some parts that weren't originally there in the first place, like this grille and also the interior plastic part of this car. Painting the inside part of the plastic interior piece took me almost 2 hours, since first I had to paint everything in white and then add the second coat of the actual color. So let's say you have blue seat belts, first they had to be painted in white. And now here's a reminder of how this car looked before. And here is my finished car after I've coated the body with clear coat. So here's the car. I really like the combination of yellow and green, and I really like the detailed interior part. Maybe it is too colorful, but I guess it is what it is. From this side you can see I've hand painted the tiny little speed gauges and also painted this wheel to look like as if it is a wooden steering wheel. From this angle you can also see that I've returned the original license plates to their position, and they are too hand painted. And now let's make a comparison of the two cars. One is the original one and one is the car that I customized today. And here's a comparison of the two cars, and you can see the difference in height as well in the position of the wheels. Okay then guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. I guess this car is going to be delivered now to its new customer. You can comment down below and tell me if you like this project or not. And I will see you soon on my next video. Please take care of yourselves. Bye bye.